एमाइनो ग्रुप, आप लोग बात मत करिए, सुनते रहिए। Previously I told you that the amino acid has got the two group. One is the amine, another is the carboxylic acid group, and there is a chain of carbon, that is the alpha, so that's why it is called the alpha amino acids. Previously I told you. So here what is happening in the transamination, this amine group transferred to alpha amino acids. The amine group of alpha amino acid converted to alpha keto acids. Alpha keto acids by the enzyme. It is a reversible reaction by the enzyme transaminases or amino transferases. बस आप लोग ज्वाइन करिए, इसमें हमको अटेंडेंस मिल जाएगा, हमको अटेंडेंस मिल जाएगी, फिर मैं अभी बताने के बाद में आपको अपलोड कर दूंगा, ठीक है, इसकी जरूरत नहीं है। So the amine group of alpha amino acid will convert to the alpha keto acids by the enzyme transaminases or amino transferase, and there is a cofactor pyridoxal phosphate. It is the coenzyme, and where from it comes? It comes from vitamin B6. So what happens? You have to remember this equation, and you can see amine group of amino acids, that is the alpha amino acid. I have told previously what is alpha amino acid. This is transamination means amino group is removed or rather transmitted. So alpha amino acids will convert to the alpha keto acids. Which enzyme? Transaminases or amino transferase. Coenzyme pyridoxal phosphate. pyridoxal phosphate कहाँ से आती है? विटामिन B6 से. Now what is keto acids? Do you know it? Keto acids?
Ketone bodies होंगे सर. Keto acids.
Keto acids are the organic compound that is also called the oxo acids. Oxo means carboxyl acid. So it has the carboxyl acid group and plus ketone group. What is ketone group? The ketone is formed by the carbonyl group. What is carbonyl group? Where carbon bind together or bond with the oxygen. That is called the carbonyl group. So I have written some words, but detailing it. If you understand, remember it by writing this way, you can write in the own language. So this is the transamination. Next comes deamination. I think done it very good. The name implies that removal of the ammonia, or liberation of removal of the amino group of amino acids, which removes amina, means ammonia. So if the ammonia is released or liberated from amino acid, amino acids के amino group से जब ammonia निकलेगा, that process is called the deamination. And this deamination occurs in two organs. One is the liver and another is the kidney. So in these two organs, the deamination is there. Transamination में one amino acids are changed to another substance, but deamination is removal of the ammonia from amino group of the amino acid. This is the difference between the trans and the deamination. It occurs in two ways: oxidative process and non-oxidative process. If this person has got the first stage here, amine group of amino acids transferred to alpha ketoglutamate, and this convert to glutamate. Process is oxidation. Enzyme required glutamate dehydrogenase. And this glutamate will release ammonia. So what's happening? Amino group of amino acid transferred to the alpha ketoglutamate that will oxidize in the presence of the glutamate dehydrogenase. This is the short form, you can remember it. And this glutamate ultimately release the ammonia. So this is the first stage. Second stage, L-amino acids and D-amino acids and flavoprotein flavoprotein. Alpha amino acid oxidase, D amino acid oxidase. In the previous reaction, it was required the glutamate dehydrogenase. Here requires two enzymes. One is the L amino acid oxidase and the D amino acid oxidase. What's happened here? There are two types of the amino acids: the L amino acids, D amino acids. These two, in combination with the flavoprotein. Flavoprotein, previously I told in the protein classification, there are two types: flavoprotein mononucleotide and flavoprotein dinucleotide. Now these two reacts, the enzyme is this and form the alpha ketoacids and ammonia. So this is the second stage of the oxidative process. No oxidation, serine, threonine, 309, homocysteine. These are all amino acids. This will catalyzed by dehydratase and PLP, previously I told pyridoxal phosphate, and that will liberate NH3 and alpha keto acids. So here there is no oxidation, only the enzyme dehydratase and coenzyme pyridoxal phosphate. This enzyme I told in the transamination. These are the different types of the amino acids: serine, threonine and homoserine. I have not discussed the homoserine in the previous classification of the amino acid. It is a type of the isothreonine. It is a type of the isothreonine. Commonly there are 20 amino acids. 10 are essential amino acids and 10 are non-essential amino acids. But today, just now, in the recent advances, there are 22. It is not required to remember, but I am telling you, homoserine. And here only we are getting the alpha ketoacidosis and acids, and there is a liberation of the ammonia. So, in the process of deamination, what is the ultimate main product? आपको क्या मिला?
Ammonia.
Ammonia. Now we have to know what is the role of the ammonia in the body. Whether it is, how it is formed and how it is disposed. That you have to know. How it is formed? You can answer me, Boli.
By the process of deamination.
Deamination. Any other mode? Yes. It is also produced by the biogenic These amines are formed biogenetically in a particular person's substance body. It may be the microbes, it may be the bacteria, it may be the animal. In animal, bacteria and microbes, if there is a metabolism, that which also forms this ammonia. And they are called, these are actually the organic bases. Organic bases, which are being formed in the metabolism of microbes, bacteria and the animal metabolism. Number 3, you know I told purine and pyrimidine. What is the purine and pyrimidine? These are the bases. These bases are found in the nitrogenous
bases.
The nitrogenous bases of amino acid formation. Now they are also help in the formation of the ammonia. And number 4, how? We don't know. Number 4, urease. Urease is an enzyme formed by the intestinal bacteria. We know that some bacteria are good for our health. They are present in our intestine, and that bacteria forms the urea, and that will ultimately convert to the urea. So from ammonia, ultimately what forms?
Urea.
Urea is the end product of protein metabolism. Why? The first protein metabolism end product is the amino acid, and from amino acid it is the last end product of the amino acids. Urea is the last product of the metabolism of the whole proteins. So these are the ammonia formation. How it is disposed? It is disposed in urine as urea. Urea. What is urea? It is non-toxic and it is easily soluble in the water. These are the very peculiarity of the urea. What is it? It is easily soluble in the water and it is not toxic, not poisonous. Those animals where urea is excreted in urine, that animals are called the ureolytic animal. In other animals, it is not common. It is not common. What is in the human body? That is the urea liberated. And the person and the animals who liberates the urea in the urine, those animals are called ureolytic animals. Pause now. Urea cycle. It was the first cycle, metabolic cycle, discovered by two scientists, Hans Krebs and Karl Heinz Litt. And by combination of these two scientists' name, it was called Krebs and Litt cycle. You must remember, this is the first cycle of metabolism in our human body. Where does it occur? It is occurred in the liver. The whole process of cycle occurred in the liver, and kidney is responsible for liberation of the urea. The first is that ammonia react with the bicarbonate ion in presence of 2 ATP. Process is condensation. Enzyme is carbamoyl. If you just remember it, carbamoyl phosphate synthase. You can write short form CPS1. Number 1. And it forms CMP, carbamoyl phosphate. Carbamoyl phosphate synthase is the enzyme which forms the carbamoyl phosphate, 2 ATP and PI. PI means it is the phosphate. It is the phosphate, or in someone you will get the inorganic phosphate. Second stage, so the first stage occurred in the mitochondria. Usually urea cycle follows 5 stages. The first 2 stages occurred in the mitochondria of the cell, and last 3 stages occurred in the cytosol, that is the cytoplasm. Now CMP, that is the carbamoyl phosphate, reacts with the ornithine. This ornithine, the urea cycle forms the ornithine at the last stage. That ornithine again utilized in the second stage, and the cycle is continued. That's why it is called the cycle. Here the process is synthesis. Previous step the process was condensation. Here is the process is synthesis. Here the enzyme is the ornithine transcarbamylase, and they form the citrulline, and this is the organic
Inorganic
phosphate.
phosphate.
In the third stage occurred in the cytosol. Here the citrulline reacts with the aspartate, and ATP, 1 ATP is consumed. So in the first stage 2 ATP is consumed. In the third stage 1 ATP is consumed. And the process is here condensation. The enzyme is arginine succinate synthase and forms the arginosuccinate plus AMP, adenosine monophosphate, and PPI, the pyrophosphate. PPI means the pyrophosphate. So this is the first phosphate.
Starts.
So the fourth stage occurred in the cytosol. Arginosuccinate cleaves. What is the meaning of cleaves? Splitting of the bonds. The bond splitting is called the cleavage or cleaves. Arginosuccinate and forms the arginine and fumarate. Now this 5 tick point Arg9 reacts with the water molecules, cleaves arginate and form the ornithine and urea. Urea is passed through the kidney. As I told previously that urea is non-toxic and easily dissolved in the water, and ornithine again returned back to react in the third stage or second stage.
Second stage, sir.
Second stage, right. Second stage. So this is the urea cycle. So you can ask, in the protein metabolism includes the your deamination, transamination, and urea. So whenever you take the protein, it metabolizes, and they forms what? Amino acids. That is another method. How the amino acids is formed? By the digestion, then absorption, then amino acids is formed. In the metabolism, it comes the transamination and deamination and the urea cycle, and the ultimate result is the urea. In the which, in the middle, you will get the amino acids. So this is all about the protein metabolism. So we have completed the protein metabolism. We will start again the fat. Thanks.